Is Republican Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas. Senator Cotton, always good to have you with us. Thanks for being here tonight. What do you say to the president's tweet about his phone call with President Xi?
Well, the president, of course, has to maintain an open dialogue with the world's second strongest power. But let's be clear that Xi Jinping and the Chinese Communist leadership in Beijing is responsible for the scale of this global pandemic. If they had been transparent and been honest in December when viral pneumonia cases first started appearing in Wuhan, this could have been nothing more than a local health challenge that the United States or European countries would have been happy to help contain there. But because they were so deceitful, because they were so incompetent and corrupt, we now face a global pandemic, not just in the United States, but in Europe and all around the world. This is the responsibility of the Chinese Communist Party.
So what do you see in this outreach? Obviously, some of it is humanitarian, but we see this happen a lot when other countries are in vulnerable positions. You see China coming in or Russia coming in to sort of come to their aid. How does that change the dynamic when you look at the power structure when they take advantage of these moments?
Well, let's not start celebrating what Xi Jinping is doing. Remember, apparatchiks in his government have been publicly threatening to withhold vital pharmaceuticals from the United States, threatening to kill Americans in effect. Furthermore, they've been sending products to Europe, supposedly to aid them, that turn out to be defective. I think Xi Jinping has been conducting this telephone diplomacy in part because he knows how badly it has set him back with the democratic peoples around the world. The American people understand that the Chinese Communist Party is responsible for this, as I suspect the people of countries like Italy and Spain and France and Germany understand as well. And their politicians are going to respond to that popular viewpoint sooner or later, and I suspect it'll be sooner.
Yeah, I looked at a video today of Wuhan, which obviously has been very quiet, like the streets of New York City are right now. And it showed the market where, they believe this may have originated, and we're looking at pictures of it now. It is shut down. What are your thoughts on we've seen viruses that have apparently incubated in these similar wet markets, they're called, or they're animal markets, essentially. What do you think about these? And should the United States put any pressure on these markets in the future?
Well, Beijing has shut down those markets in China, which suggests what Beijing thinks about them, that they can be a dangerous originator or an accelerant to these viruses. But let's remember, we know that the virus did not originate in that market. 14 of the first 40 cases had no contact with it. That virus went into the market before it came out of it. So that market may have acted as an accelerant, but it was not the originator. Even the Chinese Communist Party has acknowledged that by now.
Tom Cotton, thank you very much. Good to have you with us tonight.
Thank you, Martha.